Is this thing on?
What chance does a privateer have?
Welcome to Supercross.
What do you say to a factory ride?
I'm back. I know it's been a few days, and I couldn't sit out just already starting some bench racing. And it's not even motocross time yet, but, you know, hell, I want to talk about stuff. So what am I talking about? It's the thumbnail. It's always about the thumbnail. Have you noticed that everybody is using, you know, shitty thumbnails nowadays? It's great. It's epic. It's awesome. So the point is TOMAC should go race the FIM World Supercross Series, and it probably will infringe on motocross because it's the end of September, so a lot of guys would get ready for it during the summer of motocross, and it might go as late as May when Monster Energy Supercross is over with. If that is true, then yeah, he's going to have to give up his title, which is kind of a problem. However, his stock is at an all-time high. He's got massive amounts of leverage to try to ask for an exorbitant amount of money to race. He even said that, yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not racing next year, but I'm trying to sign for my next year, and it's in the works, so da-da-da-da-da. And he ends up signing for Star for next year, for 2023, which is good on him. Like, you know, it's relatively the best team in American motocross and supercross at the moment. You got to give it up to them. They've got two champions, motocross and supercross. So it's the best team. It's the best team. And it's to my understanding that he took a pay cut moving from Kawasaki to Star Yamaha. I doubt it's the same setup as it is now. He's probably getting paid quite a bit more. If he's smart and if he's got a good agent on his side, he should be getting a lot more.
Show me the money!
Bonuses should be more, and just the show up to race should be more. And with that being said, if I was FIM World Supercross and we're starting this new series, I'd be trying to get TOMAC over here, FERRANDIS over here, Marv over here, Roxon over here, you know, Anderson over here. Like, take as much of the top riders that are in Supercross and moving them over to the World Championship, the actual World Championship. Why? Because FELD has already made it apparent that they are scared of this new series because they decided to name their Utah race. Their Utah race, the Mormon capital of the world. Or maybe not so, just of... maybe that's where they're getting it from. But no, I believe it's just the capital of the United States. Mormon. There's just a lot of more digressing over with. You know, it's not very exciting to say it's the World Championship and it's in Utah. What's in Utah? I mean, Vegas would have been a stronger place to be saying World Championship because everybody travels all over the world to come to Vegas, to gamble, to throw money around. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Exactly. It'll be interesting if FIM can get a deal done with the Raider Stadium to actually have like the American round, or wouldn't it be cool to have the championship finale of the World Supercross of FIM at Vegas, at the Raider Stadium? That would be a giant FU to, you know, the opposing series, because the way business is done is you step on each other. You know, backdoor deals, gentlemen deals, that's just how it is. You know, you're a dickhead. That's how politics are made. It's basically I won't get into it, but it's an ideology that's a lie that collectively you get a bunch of people to think the same way, and then they just follow you blindly, right? It's a cult. So FELD is scared. MXsports is scared of the new series, and TOMAC, I can't imagine that there wasn't some conversation up somewhere, and shame on him and his agent if there was no at least phone call made to go, hey, phone call! If I want to do the World Supercross, what's it going to be? And I think for him, as his brand, in the record books, what does he have to prove? He's been motocross champ. He's been supercross champ. He has not been the new FIM inaugural World Supercross champ. That would be the icing on the cake for this dude before he decides to actually hang up his boots. And I wouldn't be surprised that this changes how a lot of riders start going about things, because if they could make more money in 4 months racing the world stuff than you do in motocross and supercross here, eventually I believe that's probably the goal. They already have a big incentive of $50 million over the next few years for the teams to try to incentivize them to get over with. But if it can become more of like a Formula One type deal, I could see riders spending less time on the bike, doing that one series, and then resting the remainder of the year, because it's incredibly dangerous now to race motorcycles. Most of these guys do get injured in practice. Like, just look at what happened in Supercross, for instance. I believe Webb got hurt in a practice deal. I believe, AC did his AC joint, no pun intended. You got Hunter Lawrence had the gnarly crash, had to move coasts. It's all in practice, because time on the bike, it's not about when you crash, it's about how bad you crash. So the probability of something bad happens goes up every time you swing your leg over that motorcycle. So if you can cut that down by only racing one series, yeah, it kind of sucks for the fans. There's going to be more hype for just that series. And yes, I bantered a lot just in the discussion of what's going on here and what I think would be a good move for these guys. But I want to know in the comments below, what in the F do you guys think? And let's discuss it. So this is Johnny Hopper. Until next time, I am coming out with a couple pre-race deals with, your homeboys, Cooksey and the coach. We've got different ideas on it's good to get involved in a room where people don't think the same as you, right? Even if you are the smartest guy in the room, right, Rob? Right, Chris? I'm entirely joking, because I know I'm a dumbass, and every time I try to have an intellectual conversation with Rob, I kind of glaze over a little bit. And Cooksey, you're the man when it comes to analytics. You got all this stuff memorized. So, oh, da 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 da.